Let's talk about it with Mr. Frosh.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk About It. And as you all know, I remain your humble host, Mr. Frosh. And with me, I have two very beautiful guests here. They've been here before, and I'm sure you already know their profile. So I want you to go back. If you want to know their profile, go and watch the first episode. She was there. Go and watch the second episode. She was there. So I mean, you get to know about them. But just very quickly, help me meet once again on my right hand side. Help me meet Royal Omegi. Did I get that right?
No.
I always feel it every time. I hope I'll get it. I'll get to try it very soon, Sha. But help me meet Royal Omegi. All of you guys come and watch my episode called Royal. You people. The last one is because of they are not. Are you people available? Are you in the market?
Not at all.
Oh no, they're available. They're available. Come and be watching. Don't let me not spoil my market. Come and be watching. Come and be watching. They're available. I mean, there's nothing God cannot do. So if you have faith, you can keep hoping. All right. So we need Royal Omegi. She's a wonderful person, very beautiful as you can see, elegant. You know, she's just. I mean, a whole package in one. Okay, so she said I should not continue. And on my left hand side is the indefatigable once again. Beautiful, simply incandescent, highly pulchritudinous, intelligent, wonderful, amazing, Adiola Adebayo. Please, a round of applause for Adebayo. Thank you so much for coming back to see this episode. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for the support. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for coming back again. Thank you for sharing my content. I really appreciate you. So very quickly, we're not going to take much of your time today. We just want to talk about, that topic that, most of the times we tend to want to ignore, or we tend to evade, those conversations. And these things happen in our society. There are things that happen on a daily basis. And then sometimes we just act like these things don't happen, but they actually do happen. So we just want to talk about it again and see if, maybe some of the things we would, talk about or say or learn from each other will be able to help someone out there. So today we're going to be talking about relationship abuse, abusive relationships, whichever way you put it. If you put it in front, put it in back. I mean, we're talking about the same thing. So many people suffer from abusive relationships. Bless it. That one, Roya is like, you have. Okay, maybe she might not have experience, but she might have stories that she wants to share with us. So many people are suffering. See, you might be seeing somebody smiling. You might even be admiring their relationship. Some of you, when you see some things on Instagram, you oh God, when. There are some people that are going through a lot in their relationship. They are being abused on a daily basis. And they cannot even live. Some of them cannot even live. That's the problem. So, and these are things we need to talk about. So very quickly now, we just want to talk about relationship abuse. The last time I introduced Adiola Adebayo, I told you she's a counselor. Excellent. She's good. So, I'm sure whatever thing you're going to be getting... I'm sure whatever thing you're going to be getting from her is going to be, pure, undiluted facts. You're going to get knowledge. And then on the other hand, I have Roya. Roya is a very balanced person. She's very factual. She's very she does not, she will tell you as it is. So sit back, relax, grab a cup of water. Like this is water. Let me reiterate. And then enjoy this episode. So when we say abusive relationship or relationship abuse, what do we mean? Let me start with Royal.
Okay, first of all, is for us to know what abuse is.
Okay.
And to me, I feel abuse is taking away somebody's freedom. Yeah. When the person cannot freely do whatever they want to do.
Okay.
That is abuse already. And it can come in different ways. So put that one in relationship now. When your partner or the person you are with is not giving you the right to express yourself the way you want to, you've already been abused.
Hi, that's deep. we'll get to break down these things. So what do you think? What do you think?
Okay, so by definition, it's just a way when you're being treated with disrespect, violence, harm. So those are just basic abuse. If you're in a relationship and then all you experience is so much disrespect, so much harm, or even physical violence, anything violent, then you are definitely in an abusive relationship.
So when you are in a relationship and you are not being respected, your opinions are not being respected.
Exactly.
In fact, it's not just about the respect that you think. Your opinions, there's nothing. In fact, the person looks down on you condescendingly.
Yeah, always.
There's nothing that the person does not see you as anything, as up to par. He just sees you that you're always below, or she sees you like you are below him or her, and then you are being disrespected, you are being, there's violence. Violence is now when you bring in the physical abuse. That is, and Royal said, whenever your freedom is taken away, you're already being abused. Especially bringing it to relationships where two adults are involved, and then you are not free. You are scared. You cannot do something, and then because you're already shivering, you're already being abused. So we always I want us to dwell more on emotional abuse, because we know about physical abuse, where the guy gives her a blow or gives her a uppercut. He uses her to practice Mike Tyson moves. You understand? We hear about that a lot, even amongst couples.
Yeah.
Right? Married couples, you see that the husband is giving the wife bass booze, or the wife is giving the husband bass booze. I mean, women know to beat men.
Yes, I've heard
very
of,
well.
I've heard of, yeah.
Yes.
But which kind of men do they to beat? Me, I don't understand. When you go and marry a wife that is bigger than you, she will carry you and give you smack down.
Mama boys.
So this thing goes both ways, but let's talk a bit about emotional abuse. Sometimes emotional abuse can come, and then even the person that is being abused does not even know on time.
Yes.
That is being emotionally abused. Can we throw a little light on that?
Over to you.
Okay, so now when it comes in different forms.
Yeah.
Like, for example, now maybe for somebody that, imagine that you are, let me give a very live instance of someone that I know, that the girl was also into the same business that he's into and everything, but over time she, when there are times that somebody could be a bit smarter or something, and then because of that you get more profits and a lot of things, just cryptocurrency and everything, and she was very good at it, and all of a sudden the guy told her that she should stop everything. Yes, they're just dating, they're just in a relationship. Yeah.
So the guy was already feeling insecure.
Yes, he was already feeling insecure, and he told her to leave,
She has to stop
and she
the
left it.
business.
Yeah, she left it.
Is that? I think that
kind of love
is that
glamour.
inferiority complex.
It's inferiority complex. Is the guy is just insecure
Yeah.
because he feels like the girl is going to one day override him
And then
And
become a
have his
boss.
say.
Exactly.
So a man wants to keep his pride no matter what, and anything that will puncture that pride, they don't mind taking it out. So that job now is going to puncture his pride over time. So he's taking
So
it
he
out.
had
So and he had to employ the use of
Why?
abuse.
Yeah, he had to now, normally now, I love you and all of those. It's always coming from the place of love. That's the funny thing about all of these things. And then because of the way the lady is, and she's, respectful, the normal respectful and everything.
She's an African
She's an
woman.
African woman. She left everything and was just, doing nothing.
She was doing nothing.
Yes.
So how did the guy?
Can you see how subtle abuse can be?
They are married
I mean,
now.
and she's still not doing anything. I mean, that is, if you ask me, that is abuse on the highest level.
But
Like, you might not think it like that, but it is actually. So it means any other thing that she wants to move on to do in life, that she would likely succeed in doing, he will definitely.
Not want her
That is abuse. Just like you said, freedom. So she cannot even be free to reach the potential
Yes.
She wants to get
that she wants to. You just want to cage her so that she's always at his mercy.
Yeah.
That is abuse, and it's come from a place of love.
It's funny enough, it was love, because having prior discussion, someone told me and then was like, I think you could help and everything. Having discussion, I knew that this person, she's in love with him like so much, and I guess it took advantage of that, and she's doing nothing.
So at the end of the day, somebody is not supposed to be too vulnerable in relationship, because one way or the other it brings about that abuse we are talking about. Because when you make people feel that without them they came into your life and they practically changed everything, and you see that your life gets better when they are in it, so their say becomes final.
Everything.
It becomes final because they are now under your umbrella, the person's umbrella per se, and they can't even do anything on their own again. This abuse thing is more deep than the way we even are taking it.
Yeah.
Especially in Nigeria. Nigeria men.
Okay.
Nigerian men. We have
Don't
this
be me
ego. Like they have this
It's
ego.
not general. It's not worldwide. It's just Nigeria.
Just Nigerian men.
Just Nigerian
Okay, let me not even say Nigerian men. African men. This black. This our race. like this. The color.
Yeah.
I don't. There's something about them when they see, and it digs deep into our roots.
It's our culture now.
Kai.
What culture is that?
It's in the Western world,
Okay.
right? There is this. That's why we're now beginning to push equality. For once, never has it been heard that in Africa there is equality amongst the two genders.
Yeah.
It had always been that from the days of our forefathers. It had always been that the man is always
Of higher authority.
of higher authority. However, let me strike a balance to what I just said.
Okay.
We are evolving. We are learning.
Times are changing.
This is a different times are changing. This is a different generation. We've been made to now understand that the fact that even the Bible said it that
Yeah.
the husband is the Lord over the
Yes.
wife. However, that does not make you to now want to start liking yourself to do what she told us about from
Exactly.
the story. She said that maybe wanting to cut down the wings of
Everything.
your wife because you are now the Lord of your wife. And even in the society generally, I don't think there should be let's say the man is not equal, the man is above the woman in the society.
Yeah.
Maybe if you want to apply that to your home, you can do that one. But I mean, the society, if we're working in the same organization, we should be rewarded based
Exactly,
off what we
based on
can bring to the
competence.
table.
Yeah, exactly.
Based off competence, not because I'm a man or she's a lady. If she can perform better than me, let her do it. That is what I believe. But because of our tradition, our culture, even in the Yoruba land, I don't think there's any tribe that will ever exalt the woman over the man.
Yeah.
I don't think there is. So
Not
that
like
thing is in us already.
It's not like we are trying to drag people whatever
Authority.
into. We are not dragging it.
But some when you say we are not dragging it, I hope you know that there are some ladies that push feminism. And they push it to the extreme.
That's on another level.
That's another level. So do you think a lady can push her man to become abusive?
Yeah.
Yeah, you sure.
It's very possible.
Yes.
So what advice would you give to such a man that has been pushed to the wall, that for you to now respond, you have to retaliate in an abusive manner?
Now the question is, what kind of man and woman are they? Because I believe that in a relationship, if you are in a healthy relationship, you are not supposed to push somebody to the extent that they now bounce back by abusing you. Now when the word abuse is coming in, that means that relationship is becoming the toxic relationship in the first place. So it's not possible that a healthy relationship where I know that it's possible I offend him, and immediately I offend him, even if it takes a while, I know that I should make it right with him. Not that I will now keep on doing that same thing that I know pisses him off every single time, and blatantly it is wrong. Like what I'm doing is wrong. Do you understand? So now I cannot keep doing that because I am in a healthy kind of relationship. But now when it's the first question I will ask is, who are they? Like I really want to know what kind of persons they are.
Okay,
Let me cite an example. I know of someone that she has, according to her, she cannot stay in a relationship that is not abusive.
I wanted to bring up that point.
She can't.
Yes, there are ladies. They even literally come online to say,
they like
how
it.
do you people cope with? There was a lady that came online to say, how do you people cope with a boyfriend that does not slap you, that does not beat you? That means he loves you. It turns
That
me
is it
on.
now.
Like, show me you are the man. Dominate me. Give me some punches.
Wow.
There are people like that,
that's
and they will
deep.
keep doing things that will aggravate the man.
Yes, they will. That's what I'm saying. They will deliberately come and stare him to that point.
To that point
where he will just
no limit. The next thing is hand. I know of somebody. This person is very close to me, and is somebody that is very calm, quiet. Then he started dating a girl that, the so-called girl that likes violence in relationship. It got to a point. The guy just had to say, "Let this girl go," because my personality is changing.
It's changing. I think that's
And before time.
that's the point I wanted us to get.
Yeah.
That Preferably,
You just
let the
go.
person
Yeah,
go.
just let the person go.
It's either of those individuals are toxic, so it's better you let the toxic before you become toxic.
Because you become toxic.
There's no
Because
way
it
you will
can
not be
rub off on you
Yeah,
actually. If you're a very
over
calm person that
Over
does not
time.
get worked up easily, and then you now begin to be
Meeting.
with somebody like that is always you're always
takes time
getting
now.
angry, and then before you know we are humans. You can one day just like you said, before you know reflex just your hand will just move.
Yeah, so make this girl go quiet.
Do you get
Like,
so? But before it gets to that point,
Yeah, it's better.
just let it go.
Let the relationship go.
Let it go, because
but and again now, it's love that is tying people down. That is the point.
that's what I want. I want her to
Love.
let us, just like I said, I talked about okay, did I talk about there's what called Stockholm syndrome,
Yeah.
where you are stuck to an abusive lover. This person is literally draining every bit of life out of you, and you cannot go anywhere. So those kind of people, when you have discussions with them, they will tell you, I want to go, but I don't know how. I want to. Do you get? I want to leave this relationship, but
So-
they are scared that if they leave, they might never find love again.
That's
But
it.
how do you now convince these kind of people that somebody that is hitting you is not good for you?
Oh my God! Now it takes a very long period, because number one thing, it is usually psychological, except if the person now needs deliverance again. We are not actually, yes, there's spiritual aspect.
You can go to in the boss
Really, there are some people that they've been, I don't know, they have been cursed to and their bloodline and stuff. So, but there is a part whereby it is psychological.
Okay.
That some people love pain. Yes, some people just enjoy pain, like.
Is it because of the way they grew up?
Yes. Now we have several ways whereby psychological issues happen. It could be based on maybe something that's happened to their parents before, and maybe he experienced his dad always beat his mom, and his mom stayed there. Now he would be expecting the same thing from the
his
next
wife.
relationship. Now from a lady whereby she notices also that any small thing, her dad is beating the mom, and the mom is
stayed.
there.
She will take it that this is what
That's how it should be. So if she sees a guy that is not beating her, it's like,
Two broken people.
what's going
Just
on? You
imagine
are
those
supposed
two
to beat me.
Yeah, I think that's the problem we have. Two broken people coming together.
That's the problem. That's a very big issue. And then letting them go is like for them to actually leave such relationship.
I've met someone
Oh
that
my
said.
God.
I've met someone that said.
It takes a long time.
I've met someone that said, like, for real, that that those people that say their husband does not beat them, that they are lying. I'm telling
really?
you, she was so sure that everybody used to collect beating.
Oh my God.
She was so
This
sure
thing
of
is real.
it.
It's real.
She was so sure of it.
My mom told me of something like this when she was at an early stage in marriage.
Okay.
They saw the way, like, they were staying in a flat with different people, yeah. So all the women in that environment, they were always hating on my mom, because immediately maybe my mom just comes to talk with them and my dad comes back, my mom goes in, she will leave them, say, how will a man be controlling his wife to this point? There's something there. That means then he got to a point, they never even thought that my dad was abusing my mom.
Okay.
And because that was what was going on in their own marriages,
homes.
almost all of them. Then you got to a point that my mom now noticed it and discovered that they were hating her when they did not hear noise coming.
There's no fight, there's no altercation, there's no
many people just it's happening.
Yes, because they feel like
A lot.
now she better pass. Why is the man not beating her? They feel it does. So for some people, it's even a normal thing.
It's normal.
They expect it that once in a week.
You should expect beating. Hey God,
No,
God, I beg.
I have
Wow.
I've heard a lot, even if it's not just from outsiders, from insiders too. I've heard a lot about people's story, and
There are women that
This is a lot.
there are women that bash their husbands emotionally. They step on the ego, they sit on it.
I feel
Useless man, jobless man. All those things they are abuse.
They are
Yes.
You are emotionally killing that
you are
man.
killing him. And that's why
So beyond the
he may
physical-
end up sorting for solace somewhere else.
Yes, because sometimes when we talk about abuse, people always look at okay, there's a physical.
No.
Sometimes.
About
In fact, the emotional one is deeper.
So
Yeah.
who does emotional abuse more, men or women?
Women.
Who does physical abuse more, men or women?
Men.
Men.
So how do we advocate for a stop to this thing? How do we change the narrative? Because we are now moving. Is now our time to come in and okay, this is our generation, this is our time. So just like we said, some people witness their fathers go through these things, their mothers, and over time it has become an issue psychologically. So they tend to want to replicate
The same thing.
the same thing because that is what they've known all their lives. So we are now beginning to know better. How do we now change the narrative? How do we begin to stop these things? Because it's a menace in our society.
Okay, I think the first thing first is like watching this video right now. I think that's the first thing because number one is awareness. What you don't know will kill you. But some people say what you don't know will not kill you. But sometimes when it comes to things like this, if you don't know ignorance, you would end up dying in it. So number one is getting a lot of information on what abuse really is. Because if you don't know that the way this guy is gaslighting me is abuse, you would end up just thinking it's normal. I've seen ladies whereby you see them doing all sorts of things for guys and then they'll say it's because they love them. But you know that this is toxic. Like a guy cannot make you lose everything that you have or you own because he's not comfortable.
That's financial abuse.
Exactly. So now, or a lady making you feel like those are your mates out there, they are making billions. You are making yours. It's just not showing now. Does not mean you are poor. You understand? So it has to come with you knowing things like, okay, this is what abuse really is. This is what, if the person is maybe talking down on you at every point in time, you already know that, okay, this person
It's not for me.
Yeah, it's not. So those are ways that number one should be awareness. Try to get yourself, involved in knowing things. Ask questions. Number two is if you're already in it, please seek help.
Voice out. Speak up.
Because that is the only way. When I got talking with someone of recent, and she never knew she was actually under abuse at all. She didn't know because when we got talking, it looked like a normal thing. Before the guy would, any small thing, the guy would shout at her. The guy cheats and makes her feel like she's the reason he's cheating. That's
abuse.
That's an abuse. Like he's cheating on you weekly, and he's telling you that you are the reason. It's weekly.
He has a timetable for it.
And when she told me, I'm like, Lord of
And then at the end of the day, you will be the one to come and beg for reacting to a bad behavior.
She will still even prepare food like I'm so sorry and stuff, and he will still have sex with her. And stuff like that. It just keeps going. And so if you don't talk out, if you don't speak out to somebody, you won't know that this is what you're not supposed to be going through in relationships.
Yes.
So that's one of the two things, at least, so that I will allow Royals to say something. Awareness and then speak out, please.
Okay, continuing from where she stopped. The third one is to heal. After you have enough knowledge on it, to heal. Take time to purge yourself from all those pains.
Toxic things.
Like serious purging. If it has to make you cut off some people from your life, cut them off. You need your sanity. It's very right. Then the fourth one, if you're already married and you have children, start training them in that. Like speak positive things to them. Tell your children. When I was growing up, my mom constantly told me that I am beautiful. She kept on saying, anytime she's making my hair, she composed a lot of songs for me. So even if somebody is telling me I'm not fine, you are talking to yourself.
Your self-esteem is already up here. So nobody can come and bring it
down on you.
So you have to have that conscious mind of telling your children every day, be singing it in their ears. And for the male gender, as a father or even a mother, you have to tell these boys that hitting a woman is wrong. If no matter how much you want to quarrel with your partner, it should not be in presence of your children. There are ways to resolve issues between couples. But all those ones that parents do anything they want to do in the presence of their child, say it's small now. But they see
these things and it becomes
and then you just
the girl I'm telling you of that she just made up her mind that she loved abusive relationship is from the family now.
That is what true love is all about.
Yes, she was still a very young child. And she was praying to God. When she told me her story, I felt like crying. Say she was praying to God every day that God should heal her parents' marriage. That if God can do that, she will serve him for the rest of her life. But it didn't work. Now, this girl is not just enjoying toxic relationship. She's not a Christian. She don't. You see how these things are affected.
And it keeps on going like that. When she gives birth, she'll give her child or her daughter that orientation.
Exactly. So you have to heal, you have to heal and start telling yourself, affirming yourself and everyone around you. When you see that somebody wants to bring that kind of trait, cut them off quickly. Don't give them too much inroad into your life. I feel that's the...
Okay, then there's one I want us to talk about before we wrap up this episode. There's sexual abuse.
Yes.
And as funny as it sounds, it happens in relationships and even in marriage.
Yeah.
So these are conversations that people don't have.
Yeah, they avoid
So,
it.
Sexual
Christians
abuse.
especially.
Yes, Christian, because I mean we are sanctified. But then these things happen. You know, sexual abuse in the sense that a man just has an idea of something from his friends and he wants to go and experiment it on his wife. And then the woman is not having it. He's not having a conversation with her to understand that, okay, let us explore these things, and he just wants it by fire, by force. Do you think that is an abuse?
Of course not.
And then he's now telling her that if you don't give me this thing, I'll go and do it outside.
That's a very big abuse now. Come on.
So how do we balance it? How do we balance sexual abuse in relationships and in marriage? Let's even say in marriage, so that
In marriage,
it's not be like we are promoting.
Because relationship, no.
Yeah, so we should not even be talking about sexual
At
abuse
all,
in relationships.
please.
But
Because
let's say in marriage.
In marriage.
Because sexual abuse exists.
Yes, of course.
There are women, do you know that there are men that like to beat their women during, they say it's a fetish, and then you are beating the woman with belt and with koboko.
They've
Some
watched a
ladies
lot
like-
of movies.
I think we should even
Oh
start
my
talking
god, let's
from-
talk about yes.
this movie thing, it has eaten into the minds of a lot of people.
Exactly.
Everybody gets
That's
their
really
sexual
the
fantasy
expectation.
from what they see.
Yeah.
A
It's
lot-
not like they gave birth to you and then you started displaying that.
Yes,
No.
it's what
just-
you see
you just-
now over
You
time.
saw it and then you said that
Let me try it out.
let me go and experiment it.
And one
God
innocent
help the-
woman.
Exactly. God help that
There are a lot of weird things that people do that as like you tend, even women do it to men.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this thing goes both ways.
It's both
So
ways.
what advice would you give to people that are being abused sexually in their marriage?
Because they're already married though, it's time to have like serious stable discussions. Because now the problem with, I usually say that before things will graduate into marriage, there are certain discussions you should have with your spouse.
Yeah.
Like there are certain, but that's at least for a very better stage of your relationship, and then you're looking already into marriage and stuff. Like there are some conversations that there's some conversations that you should have regarding all those sexual topics, because you cannot be exploring something. In fact, most times you would hear some men maybe while they are just playing and talking before they get married that sure you like all this kind of, you get the conversation starts from there, and then you are the more conservative kind of person, and he knows that you are this. So when he gets to marriage, he knows that he should not be expecting you getting handcuffed to the
ceiling and getting flogged. Some
and
people,
becoming flogged.
they don't even want to do anything. They just want to be flogging.
Exactly. So and that is it's getting into madness like that.
It's already madness.
Because imagine somebody inflicting pain on you because he wants to have sex with you. That is wrong. Now, if there's anybody experiencing that, it is time to actually also speak out.
Oh, cool.
Especially with the fact that you're already getting all injuries and everything like that. It is time for you to actually speak out. Talk to somebody or talk to a counselor, or you can reach out on our YouTube page anyways that you just want to have a private
I'll quickly
discussion
give you an Instagram.
and stuff.
Me, I don't know how to handle.
It's not normal. You should have sex within the confines of you enjoying it, not enduring it. Exactly. So I think please, it's time to speak out if you're experiencing such.
So basically, if you are being abused, what I will just say to you is you don't love yourself enough.
At all.
You don't love yourself. If you love yourself, you will not stay in a toxic environment. You won't stay in an abusive relationship. So the first thing I'm going to say from my own end is, number one, love yourself. Love yourself. I'm not saying be greedy. I'm not saying be selfish. But even the Bible said what? Love your neighbor as you love yourself. So you love yourself first. Just like she said, she already has a very good self-esteem. that you cannot easily bring her down.
Yeah.
So I don't see her in a relationship where the guy is trying to make us feel like she's not beautiful, because all her life she heard that from the people that actually matter. Do you understand what I'm saying? So who is this one that is coming from nowhere to come and bring me down? Love yourself, basically. When you love yourself, you won't be able to condone certain things, and then you will know when to leave. And then, just like she says, seek knowledge, know when you are being abused, and then immediately seek counsel, and then speak up. Sometimes if you don't speak up, people won't be able to come to help you. You wanted to say something?
Oh, talking about there's something Professor just made.
Yeah, that it's better to suffer like be getting beaten.
Yes.
Would you rather suffer in the keke napep or cry? I mean, how did they
Cry
say?
inside Benz.
Will you cry inside Benz, or you'll be happy inside keke napep?
My dear, from where I come from, that's Edo State.
Okay.
There's a lot going on in that state. That a lot, like many people need to just go there and see for themselves, because mere talking is not doing enough justice to it. A lot of girls there, they are seriously abused, but they are carrying iPhone 15.
Oh my God.
They are using the latest hair. They are wearing the latest.
Give me blue, give me
Yeah,
iPhone.
and you see them. You see them.
God.
The next day,
God,
their
that
face is
pain.
red. The guy, not only physical, emotional, every form of abuse.
Wow.
It will now extend it to the family. When you talk, you be like, "Who be your papa? No be your papa. I just buy a phone for. No be your papa. I just buy.
I just
phone
roof now. I
No
help
be your-
now.
So you get some. I feel some ladies just bring themselves too low to
to
collect
be
everything.
abused because of material things.
Material things. That's why a lady should have something that they do.
God, that's one of the things.
But when you are
Like-
over dependent on a man, like for every single thing, there's no way they will not rub you on the ground.
They will rob your
You see, Benin girls, let me tell you, there was a time that, okay, when I finished school, I decided to further my training on fashion design, and we were just talking. So one woman mentioned, she was like, she noticed that Benin girls are not ready to do any skill, like they don't want to learn any.
They don't want to learn any skill.
Their own is just go to club, pick money, date your old boy, enter from one car to the other, be snapping selfies, videos. That's all they know. So if you want to pay them 15,000 naira to stay in your shop, like all those sales girls, you know that you have to start
15,000 naira for
say
what?
15K.
What job
Guy
is
fit pick
that?
for club. Wait, guy fit just dash me 19. So they just believe that quick money. Yes. Quick money without hustling, and they will stay there. I know of somebody that she was not in a relationship. That's for instance, she was not in a relationship. She was in a situationship.
And she was still collecting bags.
3 years.
God.
3 good
3 years.
She will just talk with this person. The guy will sometimes he will stop picking her calls. She will call and be like, "Please don't disturb me. I'm busy."
What happened?
Then he comes back again.
Did they tie her placenta to
I don't know. Then he comes back
money
again.
now.
The next time he's coming with gifts. He bears
So-
gifts.
And then she will not melt
She
again.
will fall
Oh
back.
my God.
You know, there are people that
3 good years.
they'll beat their
They will
partners.
now bring flowers.
They will now come and it's
I'm
the devil.
like-
They will cry.
What is
you
going on?
get-
Jesus.
And then
Oh
you'll
my
not
God.
be moved to.
Move.
You'll be moved to. Yes.
Please, let's break all those tables of the fact that somebody's coming to beg you with flowers, somebody's coming to beg you with gifts when they beat you or when they abuse you. Now you have everything it takes to be the best version of yourself. Now the moment you start thinking otherwise, that moment you have lost every respect for yourself. So now immediately somebody is coming to meet you, the person is giving you shit and trash and you're taking it because he's buying you gift, you have become trash. So if by today somebody is planning to still go back to that boyfriend that will beat you and buy you flowers, see, the time that it will dawn on you is maybe 5 years or 10 years down the line when it's already too late.
But the devil you know is better than the angel.
Oh, oh my God! See, the
Bombastic side eye.
the best thing I tell people is you think what you are with is the best.
The best. There is
Try
more.
living it. Just work out. There is more out there. There is a
more.
fine
There is
boy
better.
we love Jesus that we know beat him.
There's fine girl wey love Jesus that will
Exactly.
love you right.
So why would you stay stuck to that person that is dealing with you every single day? There is no peace. That's the funny thing. You are with your phone, you are shaking. You cannot pick a call, you are. What's
You are scared. You are living in fear. You are living in bondage.
The guy cloned her WhatsApp.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. Yes.
Can
In
you
fact,
imagine?
For a long period of time, she did.
That is abuse, oh. That is
abuse.
internet abuse.
How will somebody, because he's in love with you, want to monitor your message, everything
about
that is
your
happening,
life.
even to her account details, everything. He as in, when she reached out,
Any alert that she
I
received,
said,
you must tell me how that money goes to your
immediately
account.
break up. They are not married. Break up. What's
You
the
need
problem?
to run for your life. That is a death sentence, my dear.
Pain is not an option. No, your body is something very beautiful. For men, your body is something that you must cherish. Your emotions are something that you must
protect.
You must protect it. So nobody should just come and take it and then just rub it off the floor. Enough is enough, please. We are now getting wiser, and the more we get wiser, we have to leave some things. It's painful enough that there is a generation that is still getting beaten.
With this wokeness, people are.
That's what I'm saying. The issue is people don't talk about it.
Yes.
So people keep it as you need to
something
voice out.
you have to
When you voice out, you would get help.
Yes.
I used to say something that maybe God knows why he didn't give me a sister. I don't come up as a left because if you abuse my sister, I will break your head. That I don't condone it. I don't want to think of it. It's not supposed to be at all. That no matter what. And then the reason I asked the question I asked earlier was, is it possible for somebody to push you to the wall that you now retaliate in an abusive manner? It's very possible. But my own advice is don't let that person push you. Immediately you begin to see that this person has, from our definitions, there's no longer respect for you as a person. There's no respect for your opinions. There's no respect for your perspectives, for your views. Like totally zero. Everything you are being. You already know that it is time for you
cannot talk
to walk.
in public. Like if their man is there, they don't. They don't bond them well.
They are literally like.
They take the person like a god.
Exactly.
That they have to reference.
Just like she said, take her advice. Walk away and see if you will not see better.
Yes.
If you don't see better, come and ask her.
Come and ask me. Make sure let's have a discussion. When you leave that, you shall let go first and let's have that discussion. You will have somebody very good. I know someone that left a toxic relationship, and the guy is not just God-fearing, but you know when somebody carries your life as his life.
They carry your matter for head, basically.
That's what she's enjoying now. Abba.
So walk away. It is better for you. See, don't be stuck on an abuse. Don't be stuck in an abusive relationship, brother. You deserve better. You are much more. You are beautiful. You are amazing. You are. God created you actually, and you are unique in your own way. And then you definitely find that person that loves you for real, that really appreciates you, that would. You would literally be the center of his world or her world, basically, and that will treat you right and give you all the respect
that doesn't
you
see
deserve.
your success as a threat.
That doesn't see you. That won't abuse you in any form, emotionally, physically, financially, sexually. You just discover that you are loved and you are loved for real. So, let's just say our final words on these things, and then let's wrap up the episode. Let's start with Royal.
I believe that God's children are still out there. So you should just, if you are not with a God's child, I don't want to put it in that way. Run and pray for God to give you His own, because His own is perfect. No stress at all. My brother used to say something. He said, if you want to marry somebody, marry someone that loves God. Because a man that loves God will not hurt another person.
It's easier for him to love.
It will be very easy. So just find somebody that genuinely loves God and doesn't play church. So that's it.
Yeah, I would really take it from there also. Please, it's I usually say that it takes something for you to spend the rest of your life with somebody that does not love God, and at the same time he's very terrible, she's very terrible, especially when it comes to character. So why waste almost 20 or 35 years of your life with somebody that will continue to maltreat you every day of your life. So please, as she said, the first key thing that we can ever establish, because a man who loves God will love you. It's more like love God, and then he loves himself, and then he loves you. So there is a chain of loving already happening before you met him. There is a beautiful love.
So you're coming into love.
You're coming into, exactly, you're coming into overwhelming love. So by the time, instead of you to be getting worried about the fact that he's going to talk to me or talk down on me, he's encouraging me. He's giving me a daily dose
He's
of
praying for me.
He's praying for me. He's praying with me. He's praying on everything that I have. So I will not have to stress on getting abused. And for guys too, when you have a woman that is very intentional about God, it is not like she said playing church. There are so many out there. But now when somebody is very intentional about God, it'll be very easy for her to love you the way you are supposed to be loved, the way God ordained this whole love thing. And then even you getting emotionally abused is not a problem, because she brings up your ego, your everything.
She pushes you to be better.
Exactly. So don't waste your time with please, if you are in any toxic relationship, I know it can be very difficult. I think that's the most difficult thing, letting go of something you thought is going to lead to marriage. But please, your life is much more precious than you. It's exactly very important to God. So please step out of anything. If you need help, please reach out at any point in time. And lastly, please, as individuals, it's better you love God. Because when you love God, it will be difficult for you to also harm men. So I think that helps.
Words on marble. Words of wisdom from this beautiful, elegant guest of mine. Thank you very much. If you are watching up to this point, I'm sure that you've gotten a lot from this episode. So do well to share to somebody that you think can benefit from things we've discussed today. And then also, if you're here to subscribe, please subscribe to this channel. We'll be dishing out lots of beautiful content for you that you will know that there's a difference between what we do here and every other thing that is out there. Because anytime you come on here, you are sure to get value, you're sure to get knowledge. I promise you, it won't be a waste of your time. So share this video, like, subscribe, and then don't fail to come back to this channel. Thank you very much once again. My name is Mr. Frosh. Thank you for joining us. Peace. Bye.